Welcome, everybody, to Marywood South Baseball here at Marathon, Wisconsin, where the visiting Assumption Royals are taking on the home team, Marathon Red Raiders. What a great night for baseball. I suppose in the spring when you can get a 50-degree day, it's overcast, no wind, no rain, which is kind of weird for this week coming up here. So it's a nice day for a ball game here. We're going to have a doubleheader tonight here at Marathon where they're taking on Marywood South rival Wisconsin Rapids Assumption, and then the second game, approximately a half hour or so after the first game, they'll be taking on Marywood North conference rival, the Athens Blue Jays. So a busy night here at Marathon. We'd like to thank our pregame sponsor, Brickner Motors of Little Chicago. Brickner Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. Big games this week in the Marywood South. We have Stratford versus Auburndale. Auburndale has taken a lead in the Marywood South, a 5-0 record. They had beaten Stratford, I believe it was Tuesday night, 2-0 to take the lead in the Marywood South. Auburndale is 5-0, Edgar 4-1, Stratford 4-1, Marathon 2-3. So we're kind of bunched up there. And this week, the top three biggies kind of play each other, the Auburndales and the Edgars and Stratfords. So I think we'll kind of see a little bit of movement there in the north, in the upper part of the Marywood South. In the Marywood North, we had a really big bunching here. We got Athens at 5-1, Shawamigan at 5-1, and Rib Lake also at 4-1. We had a few rainouts this week in that kind of a monsoon that we've had this week. So kind of things are starting to bunch up. The top is separating from the bottom. And so you can kind of see how that goes. Earlier this week, Marathon went down to Rapids Assumption to take on the Royals, and Marathon came ahead 11-0, ended that game in 5 innings. On the season, Marathon is 2-3 in conference and 6-5 overall. Assumption is 0-5 in conference and 2-8 in overall. Assumption is really, really young. We look in their dugout right now, they have about 9, maybe 10 players in their dugout. So what we see is what we get, where we're looking at Marathon. They have a full squad, plus about 4 or 5 bench players ready to come in and play when needed. So a big night here in Marathon, a doubleheader. And with that in mind, we'll take a little break here and come back to Zaleski Sports on the Brickner pregame show.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
We're back here on Zaleski Sports at Marathon, where the Marathon Red Raiders are taking on the Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals for Marywood South baseball game. Like we said before, it's a really nice night for baseball. No wind, no rain. Unfortunately, no sun, but it's warm out. 50 degrees. Another thing about baseball, you can smell the popcorn. You can smell the grill going. You can hear all the noise downstairs in the concession stand. It kind of makes you hungry. And maybe in between innings, Ryan and I will sneak down there and see if we can find something to eat or drink down there. So we'd like to also thank our pregame show sponsor, Brickner Motors of Little Chicago. With that in mind, there's some big games going on, like we had said, in the Marywood South, with Stratford taking on Auburndale. That's the second game of their scheduled 2-game series early. Auburndale won 2-0 with Blake Rabb pitching, I believe, a 4-hitter for the Eagles of Auburndale. They're now announcing the starting lineups, and we'll give you the starting lineups for the Assumption Royals. At shortstop, J.J. Oswald. At third base, Chase Lieber. At center field, Skylar Schill. Ron Bond is the first baseman. Camden Martin is the pitcher. Braxton Steinhardt, the catcher. Braden Peters, the catcher. Bryce Meyer, right field. And Parker Hines, the left fielder. And we do apologize if we don't pronounce some of those names. No one has kind of given us a guidance on that one. So again, we pre-apologize for the Assumption names. For the Marathon Red Raiders, Blake Underwood starts off as the pitcher. Blake was on a first-team all-conference selection last year for Marathon. The catcher, Cale Quaintance, also all-conference selection last year as a on second team. The shortstop, True Thurs, a second team all-conference in the Marywood South. In left field, we have Drew Wolfel. Cody Radke, honorable mention, all-conference last year, is in center field. Colin Conkle takes the place in right field. Owen Krauser, a sophomore at first. Evan Abreu, a great defensive third baseman. And Ian Shuda, a second baseman. Ian kind of had 2 hits the other night. Hopefully he's broken out of a little slump and kind of gets the offense going and continues it going here. And what we're doing now is both teams are lining up for the national anthem, and we'll take a break here on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Ryan and Chuck back here in Marathon for our Marywood South baseball game with the visiting our Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals with the home team Marathon Red Raiders. Should be a good game tonight. I see whenever we can get Blake Underwood on the mound. Blake's got a great breaking ball, keeps a lot of hitters off guard. As you watch during the game, we'll see how effective his curveball is when hitters start bailing out before the ball even gets there. When he got that curveball on and he likes that outside corner, he's very, very tough to hit. For Assumption Royals, leading off is a shortstop, J.J. Oswald. There's a little bit of genetics involved with J.J. Oswald. His dad was a 3-sport athlete up at Park Falls, Wisconsin, and ended up playing down at Winona State as a catcher. So there's some genetics leading off for the Assumption Royals. On deck is Chase Lieberg, the third baseman. Each pitcher gets 5 warm-up throws in between innings, and we'll take her down. Behind the plate is Cale Quaintance. Has caught a lot more games this year than in the past. Him and True Thurs kind of split the catching duties for Marathon this year. Last year, True was kind of an Iron Man, and he needed to give himself a little bit of a break. Too many games catching, and Cale has stepped in and taken over. And there goes the throw down to second. And we're ready to go here. J.J. Oswald, the shortstop.
Number 2, J.J. Oswald.
Even though it is 50 degrees, well, most of the kids got a long sleeve shirt and got to keep that arm warm, keep the muscles warm. Here's the first pitch. There's that little breaking ball he likes to throw. Blake does like to work fast. He's not one of those pitchers who takes a lot of time in between innings. He gets the ball and he comes right at the batter. Ball up. Third base side, jumped ahead, 0-2. Big weekend here in Wisconsin, opening of fishing season. Ryan, you hitting the water? You a big fisherman or not? No fish, nothing against the fish, huh? I like fish, especially when they're fried, baked, anything in grease. Can't beat fish when they like that. Next pitch, ball off again, staying alive. Going down the third base line, and Drew can't quite get there. Again, we really like the camera here at Marathon. It's right behind the plate, kind of gives you an idea what's happening. But we're kind of set here when down the third baseline, we got some poles and windows in our way that we kind of have to guess where it's going. So 0-2, Underwood ahead of Oswald. A little high with the curve. A lot of those pitchers, when you get ahead 0-2, you like to come with a junk ball. You not give a strike, make him chase a low outside one, a high one. You're not going to throw your best pitch on an 0-2. And he reaches for it and misses. Oswald goes down for a strikeout here in the first inning.
Now batting for Assumption, third baseman,
One out.
number 3, Chase Lieberg.
Chase Lieberg, the third baseman. You'll notice that the infield kind of has a white, there's an outside corner. Boy, Blake can keep hitting that. It's going to be a tough night for the Royals. You notice a little white tint to the infield. That's the local contribution of several people. Sawdust. It was kind of a fall straight back. Sawdust on the fishing opener, and next week, high 60s, low 70s. Maybe spring has sprung. 0-2, Underwood heading the count. Right to the shortstop, two thirds for the second out of the inning, and that brings up the center fielder. Not a bad pitch. Ball. So Blake will try to throw him a lot of junk to see if they'll chase it. Blake Underwood hits him right in the glove. Drops it over to Krauser for the third out. So Siler Schill goes down
Getting a fair deal on your copier contracts. Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're paying or getting a good deal, BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com. For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school. Visit the public library, beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the
Chuck and Ryan here in Marathon, where Marathon is taking on the Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals in the Marywood South contest. Also some softball going on tonight with the girls playing. Also, pitches here in the bottom of the first. Blake Underwood worked a 1-2-3 inning on the top of the first. 2 lineouts. Last at batter, Siler Schill line one right back to Blake. Blake knocked it down and threw him out. Nice defensive play for the Red Raiders. Leading off will be Blake. Blake's had a lot of up and down season. He started at the top of the order at the beginning of the year. He's really struggling at the plate. And they moved him down the order a little bit to get his confidence back. And he's gradually started getting the confidence back. He had 2 to 3 hits back this Tuesday versus Assumption. And now they moved him back up to the top of the order as the leadoff hitter. So kind of shows you, too, you know, in baseball, such a game of up and down, especially when you're at the batter. It's such a mental game. You can't get 2 down. You can't get 2 up because as soon as you think you're the best hitter, guess what? You start going into a slump. So here we go. Blake Underwood leading off in the bottom of the first for Marathon Red Raiders. In for a ball. For Assumption, a sophomore. They do not have a senior on the team, all juniors and sophomores. That hurts. Blake for the first out. So Blake flies out to the center fielder. For the first out, Cale Quaintance. All conference last year in the Marywood South. Steps to the plate. Nice pitch. Nice breaking ball. Hits the outside corner. We had this last week. Cale gets out of the way. All his teammates are wondering, why didn't you wear it? Well, his response would be, because it hurts. Field, high fly ball, and underneath it is Seiler's second team all-conference, left-handed hitter, throws right. So Martin starting off nice. Getting back to what I said earlier, the only who seems to be like to be hit by pitch is Evan DeBrew. I think he had 19 last year. He's up to 6 this year. I think he's a human catcher. He forgets there's a guy behind him. Nice pitch, true. Misses, low and outside. 1-1. Inside, behind the plate, and they always wait for the on-deck batter. Well, Drew Wolf almost forgot to chase that one. The ump's got to get it. That may cost him a ball and a strike when he comes up. But the backstop here at Marathon is so short, he doesn't have to walk far to get it. 2-1. Just a bit outside. Or should we say inside? That was hard. That was behind true mouth when they're off the rubber. So you may see a pitcher trying to go to his mouth. As long as he's off, he can go to his mouth. But once he's on that, he can't. He walks him. True thirds. Takes a walk.
Left fielder, number 11,
Drew Wiffle now up. True thirds with a walk. Brings up Drew Wiffle, the left fielder. Rips it down to third baseman, off the third baseman's glove. Oswald over to first. Not in time. And True thirds with aggressive running goes all the way to third. That's just really smart base running. Drew Wiffle with a single in between the shortstop and third baseman on that one with a single.
Marathon, center fielder, number 17.
And True thirds running with 2 outs. And as soon as he knew Oswald was going to first, True thirds turned on the burners and easily made it to third base. Runners at the corners. Cody Ratke now at bat for the Red Raiders. Cody looking to get an RBI here. Bounces one off the dirt. True back. Really got to like that aggressive base running. I'm a big fan of that because when you start being aggressive, a lot of teams, they start panicking and they don't know how to handle that aggressiveness. And that's pretty much in most sports. When you start getting aggressive, the other team either panics or they can handle it. And a lot of times, especially when you have a young team like Assumption, they struggle with that. There goes Drew Wiffle. Down to second, standing up with a stolen base. And that's what they did last Tuesday against Assumption. They had some hit and runs on, ran pretty well at the bases. Were very, very aggressive Tuesday at Assumption. Cody pops it up to right field. He's coming in right field, and it drops in front of him. Here comes True thirds, and here's Drew Wiffle scoring too. So Cody Ratke with a seeing-eyed bloop drop single. That scores Drew Wiffle from second, and True thirds comes in also. So another hit for Cody. That's good to see him batting in now. And that gives up Quillen Kunkel, the right fielder, a sophomore. Cody always a threat to steal at first base. Fastest guy in the team. And there he goes. Got a good jump. They ain't going to get him. Cody probably could have called timeout before the ball got there. He got so early. Cody on second base. Quillen takes one outside, a little high. Well, at least Marathon's hitting a lot better than the Brewers are lately. Brewers just can't seem to find, they played the White Sox the other night. Sure, they took 2 out of 3, but it was just ugly. Quillen bops one into left field, and right there to make the play, the left fielder, Parker Hines, the left fielder. So Quillen flies out to the left fielder. Sent for the third out, but hey, Marathon with a key hit by Cody Ratke plates home 2 to take a 2-0 lead going into the top of the second inning. So we'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Hey, we're back in here in Marathon, where Marathon is taking a 2-0 lead going into the top of the second inning. Coming to bat now for the Assumption is Ryan Bond, the first baseman. Takes a strike from Blake Underwood. Blake had a 1-2-3 first inning. Hey, we'd like to thank TRW Auto Body in Moldony offers top quality collision repair. They'll have your vehicle backed away quickly and efficiently while offering 24-hour towing. That's TR Auto Body, your friendly fender bender mender. Getting better at saying that one. And, as they would say, a whiff. So Blake's ahead. 0-2 in the count. Falls it off fence on above the dugout. It's nice to see with high school baseball. One thing we got to do a better job here in Wisconsin. We got to get Madison to have a baseball team. The only Division I school in Wisconsin has a baseball team is UW-Milwaukee, but the Badgers do not have a baseball team, and that was taken away by Alvarez several years ago, and they just can't seem to get it back. The Badgers need to have baseball. Driving up right center, Cody gives chase, knocks it down, back into the cutoff, and Ron Bond, the first baseman's on base with a single.
Up next for Assumption.
First hit of the night for Assumption. Did a nice job of taking that ball the other way to right center. Cody Ratke chases it down, holding it to a single. Now Camden Martin, the pitcher, steps to the plate. Kind of fisted him. Krauser over to Underwood, covering. Nice job defensively. So Bond advances to second. Camden Martin, a fielder's choice.
Up next for Assumption, catcher number 9.
3-1 goes first out. But Bond goes to second baseman in the scoring position for the catcher, Braxton Steinert. Nice job by Krauser, the sophomore, to corral that ball. And Blake Underwood covering like he's supposed to. Anything hit to that side of the mound, that pitcher's got to cover. Fundamental baseball. Squares the bunt. Doesn't offer. Bond gets a nice lead on that. Watch who's charging for Marathon. With a guy on second, you're probably not going to see DeBrew charging. That would leave third base wide open. Charging the first baseman, Krauser. One attempt there, 1-1. That's a shame the Badgers don't have baseball. They can have all those other sports down there, but you can't have America's pastime. No baseball for the Badgers. UW Green Bay doesn't have it. Marquette doesn't have it. Ball back. Underwood had the count, 1-2. Said Assumption very young, no seniors on the team. Well, Marathon is young too. They only have one senior. But a lot of those kids have been playing for 2 to 3 years at this level. So game experience probably a little bit favors Marathon. Two and two. Popped up. Left field. Wolfel underneath it, drifting back. Hits the cutoff. And we have 2 down. Back to an F7 on that one for the second out. And that brings up Braden Peters, the catcher.
Second baseman, number 29, Braden Peters.
Bond still at second base after leading off with a single. Underwood checks him. There's that outside corner, very consistent. So watch that second baseman. He gets over there just to keep him honest. And Shooter will kind of give him a little signal and say, I'm going back. Watch him flip his hand or his glove. Little flip, I'm going back. Right down the pipe with the curve. Jumps out, 0-2. Checks the runner. Ooh, that was close. As a pitcher, you'd like to have that one. As a hitter, you're glad he didn't give him that one. 1-2. 2 down here in the top of the second. Fouled it off, staying alive. As the Bee Gees would say. We got Grant Warren up here. He probably doesn't even know who the Bee Gees. He wasn't even alive when the Bee Gees were big. Oh, you do remember the Bee Gees, Grant? Of course. All right. Hopefully you don't sing or dance like them. Blake pop comes in there, fall off again. Braden Peters hanging tough. Boy, if you can just keep falling off pitches and like Coach Warren says, battle for the next pitch. Sometimes you can have a really good at bat by falling off 8-9 pitches. Mimic it out, but it's a productive at bat. Coaches like to see that. Ooh, that was close. 2-2. Second inning, 2-0, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Hendon Peters goes down on strikeouts for the third out. So after an inning and a half, Marathon is still leading Assumption 2-0. We'll be back on Zaleski Sports for Marywood South Baseball back after these announcements.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Hey, Chuck and Ryan back here at Marathon on Zaleski Sports, where the Marathon Red Raiders are leading the visiting Assumption Royals 2-0. Cody Ratke had a single last inning, brought in 2 runs, 2 RBIs on a little blooper to right field that dropped in front of the right fielder to plate. 2 runs for Marathon. Hey, we'd also like to thank the Copper Mug. Marathon's favorite place for holiday, festive, and local home decor is the Copper Mug. The local gem is filled with excellent gifts for friends and family, and a great selection of woodwork, handmade items, and much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug in Marathon. Taking the warm-up pitches is Camden Martin. Leading off now for Marathon will be the first baseman, Owen Krauser. Owen's been a really bright spot for Marathon this year. As a sophomore, he had no first base experience. They didn't have anyone. Owen came in there, has done a really, really good job for a sophomore.
Bottom of the second inning for Marathon. First baseman, number 21, Owen Krauser.
It took a while for the infield to get used to Owen Krauser. Last year they had 6'10" Grant Warren. They could throw a ball anywhere they wanted, and Grant would catch it. They had like an 18-foot radius. Owen's probably about a 6-foot radius, so the infielder had to adjust. Ooh, right in the back of the helmet. Owen Krauser. Good thing he's got that helmet and a hard head, as his mom and dad would say. Walks down the first baseman. Hit by pitch. Advances to first. That brings up Evan DeBrew, the third baseman.
Number 4, Evan DeBrew.
Evan, really good defensive third baseman. 19 hit by pitches last year, 6 so far this year. He's due. DeBrew jumps out in front, 1-0. On deck, Ian Schuda, hopefully breaking out of a little slump. Had 2 hits Tuesday down in Rapids. Oh, not much of a threat to steal. They're going to keep him honest. Pops it up, Evan DeBrew. Who's going to call it? They got everyone converging, and Camden, the pitcher, takes charge. A lot of times on that one,
Up next for Marathon, second baseman, number 8.
you don't like the pitcher to do that because you got to come off the mound. A lot of times the infielder will take charge on that, and the pitcher will let him catch it. But nonetheless, Camden called him off for the first out of the inning. That brings up Ian Schuda, the second baseman. Left-hander. Back goes Krauser. Shoot another one of those. Throws right-handed, shoots right-handed, but bats left-handed. You get that extra half a step or so to first base on anything, so you get down the base path a little quicker. Way outside. Schuda takes another ball. Oh, the umps are going to go talk. Yes, got back. Just throw whenever he wanted to. Went on the pitching rubber. That back foot's got to come off first. Missed outside again with his curve. So when his back foot's on the rubber, if he goes, and he walks some. So Ian Schuda draws a 1-out walk. Down to second goes Owen.
Next for Marathon, pitcher, number 3, Blake.
Second walk of the game for the Red Raiders. Red Raiders have 2 hits so far. And a hit by pitch. And Blake Underwood stepped up. Blake flew out to the center fielder in the first inning. 0 for 1. First and second, 1 out. Ooh, and Blake gets to wear that one. Another hit by pitch, second one. Oh, didn't get hit? Oh, it hit the bat, didn't it? Did it hit him on that one? Oh, he got out of the way. Optical illusion, Ryan. I got to get my cheaters checked. Well, anyway, it's 1-1. The runners did advance on the pass ball. So Owen Krauser goes to third. Ian down to second. 2-1 to count. Let's see if Blake can rip one out here. Get one in the gap, score 2 runs. 3-1. They call it the hitter's count because he wants to come with a strike, doesn't want to walk him. Owen Krauser at third. Ian Schuda at second. Popped up the right field. The right fielder's giving chase. And he makes the grab, and in comes Krauser with the tag, and Shooter with the tag goes to third. So Blake flies out to the right fielder for the second out, but he does get an RBI on that one as Owen Krauser comes in to score, and Ian Shooter tags and goes to third. That makes up Cale Quaintance, the catcher. Flew out to center fielder in the first. 3-0 Red Raiders. Productive at bat by Blake. You get a run in. Missed inside. No, not far enough for Ian to come home. Ian's probably about the second fastest player on the team. Just didn't get quite far enough away. Count goes 1-1. Catcher's getting a workout today. Catcher wants it high. Watch where he sets up. Popped it up. Cale, that'll be right field. First baseman going back. Second baseman going back. Second baseman makes the grab for the third out. So Cale flies out to the second baseman for the third out. And after two complete, Marathon has taken a 3-0 lead over the visiting Assumption Royals. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, we're back here in Marathon, where Marathon had extended their lead by 1 after the two complete, 3-0 that time. Blake Underwood, an RBI flyout to the right fielder to bring in Owen Krauser, who had been hit by pitch in the inning. 2 hit by pitches just 1 hit by pitch, 2 hits, 2 base on balls. Had gotten a lot of race winners for Marathon. Assumption now with 1 hit. That was by Ron Bond, the first baseman. That leaves off Bryce Meyer, the right fielder, here in the top of the third inning. Underwood on the mound. Comes in with a fastball. Meyer's got to look at it, and that's all he did was look. Again, when we look at pitch count here in high school, you're allowed only so many pitches, and that'll determine what you can do the next game. A little number off the fist goes foul. If you throw between 76 and 100 pitches, you have to take a 3-day rest. If you throw between 50 and 75, 2 days before you can pitch. 31 to 49, only 1 day. And anything 30 or less, you can pitch the next day in high school sports. And 1-2, Underwood goes ahead in the count. Underwood gets the signals from Quaintance. Must be a little low. He hit the outside corner, but it looked a little low. Even the count at 2-2. To Myers, the right fielder. There we go. And down goes Meyer, a strikeout victim for the first out here in the top of the third. Third strikeout for Underwood. Little low. Blake takes the count. Parker Hines, the left fielder. There's a curveball. Missed. Hines is ready to bail on that one. Stood in there. Inside again. Kind of makes you wonder. You watch those major leaguers with those curveballs and, you know, the analytics where it breaks 1.5 feet or 18 inches one way, breaks 12 inches the other way, and that ball's coming at you 90-some miles an hour. Pretty tough. Whoa. Well, like we say, when it comes to an umpire, he's the dictator out there. What he says goes. No arguing. 3-1. And there's that inside pitch. 3-2. He thought that was the third strike, and I don't blame him. So 3-2. Count goes full to Hines, the left fielder. 1 out. And there's that third strike for the second out. That's the fourth strikeout for Underwood. 2 down. That brings up J.J. Oswald, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 2.
Hey, we'd like to thank Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home, from roofing projects, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, and affordable service. So Oswald, the strikeout victim in the first inning, leadoff hitter, shortstop. Underwood gets the signals. That curveball on the outside corner. When Blake is hitting his curveball on any outside corner, you know he's on. Even if he gets a left-hander, he can deal that outside corner on either side. Up the middle. Cody comes charging in, but Oswald drops a single in front of him. So Oswald with the second hit of the game for Assumption. Oswald.
Up next for Assumption, third baseman, number
1 for 2. That brings up Chase LeBerg, the third baseman. Lined out to third is the shortstop. The top of the first. 0 for 1 officially. Throw over. Ump emphatically give him the safe signal. There goes Oswald. Throw down to Kale. They might have him. Oh! The throw was just a little bit short, and even Ian, the second shooter, the second baseman, just couldn't quite glove it. I think if he would have kept it in his glove, they may have had him. But Oswald goes down to second base on the stolen base. Strike was called, 0-1. Oswald at second. Shooter keeping him close. Curveball's working for Underwood. One, 2. Let's see where Underwood likes to throw this one. He won't give him nothing good to hit on an 0-2 count. And time is called. Waited a little bit too long. Not a really big crowd here. A lot of people came dressed as empty seats tonight because that's a lot of what we have are empty seats. On a Friday night, they're probably having a fish fry somewhere in a nice warm place. The pitch, and he blows it by him. So Chase LeBerg goes down on a strikeout victim for the third out of the third inning. And after 2.5 innings played here in Marathon still leads 3-0 over the Assumption Royals. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees. They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits.
I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
Hey, we're back here in Marathon at the bottom of the third inning where Marathon will come to bat. Marathon leading 3-0 over the Assumption Royals. Marathon trying to stay close in the conference standings right now. Auburndale's 5-0, Edgar 4-1, Stratford 4-1. Marathon 2-3. You got to hope that Auburndale, Edgar, and Stratford kind of split with each other. And big week next week for Marathon. They play Auburndale. Boy, if they could sweep Auburndale next week, that would really throw the conference standings in kind of a loop. Big thing is getting the offense going for Marathon. Last week against Stratford, they got beat 4-3 and 1-0. So they can hang with the top. It just when they get their offense going. But as they say, good pitching generally beats good hitting. And to throw down, and now we're ready for True Thurs. True Thurs walked.
First off, number 6, True Thurs.
Walked in the first inning. Scored on Cody Ratke's bloop single to right field. True Thurs 0-0. No official at bat yet. Camden Martin pitcher doing a good job. Just Assumption hasn't been able to register anything against Underwood on the base paths. Ripped down the first base line. Kept it in front of him and stepped on the plate. Stepped on the bag. So Ryan Bond, the first baseman, True Thurs.
Next for Marathon, left fielder, number
3 unassisted for the first out. Drew Wiffle with a single in the first, and also scored on Cody Ratke's bloop single to right field. Cody Ratke with a Wiffle, the left fielder. Rips one down the third base line. The third baseman finds it in his glove, throws over to first, and it goes high and wide. And Wiffle's back. So I got to ask the official score. Hit or error? Oh, we got a tough official score.
Up next for Marathon, center fielder, number 17, Cody Radke.
So Wiffle on base. Ratke outside, short and low. Wiffle doesn't get much of a lead. 1 out, 3-0. Marathon inside. And I'm sure Marathon are just making Martin pitch. He hasn't been real accurate on the plate. They can afford just to kind of sit there and wait for their pitch. Martin doesn't even check first base. Ratke drips one to second base. He bobbles it, but keeps it in front of him and gets Ratke at first. Nice job by the second baseman that time. Brendan Peters. Ratke takes one down there, but Peters kept it in front of him like a good defensive play and able to throw out Ratke. Wiffle goes down to second. Second out is recorded on the fielder's choice by Peters. Quillen Conkle grounds one to second. Over to first for the third out. Conkle's retired 4-3 for the third out. But after 3 innings, its score still remains the same. 3-0 Marathon over the visiting Assumption Royals. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon, or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Okay, here we're back here in Marathon on Zaleski Sports, where the Marathon Red Raiders are taking on the visiting Assumption Royals. Marathon has jumped out to a 3-0 lead. And after 3 complete, top of the 4th, leading off is Siler Schill, the center fielder. Ripped one back to Blake Underwood, hit him right in the glove. Blake knocked it down, threw him out. The first out. Speaking of Friday fish fries, Weeks Bar and Grill offers a full menu of lunch and dinner options and burgers, appetizers, and weekly specials, and a Friday fish fry. Make your plans for lunch and dinner at Weeks Bar and Grill on County Road S between Marathon and Edgar. Again, always thank the sponsors for putting this on. Allows a lot of people to watch. The pitch, the miss, strike 2. Okay, got to thank these sponsors to make it possible that these games can be put on Zaleski Sports. And allows people all over, I know people who down in Florida were able to watch their grandsons play ball here in Marathon or different places. So, and there's the 3rd strike to Schill for the first out in the top of the 4th. 5th strikeout for Underwood.
Number 24, Ron Ford.
I take that back. The 6th strikeout. On board the first baseman. Outside corner, but a little low. Sometimes those things are just so darn hard to hit, you're better off leaving them. Inside. Two-0. There he is. He froze him that time. Didn't know whether he should bail or get out of the way. Took a strike, 2-1. Grounder to third. DeBrew picks it. Oh, under DeBrew's gloves. Third backs him up. Not in time. That one was hard to see because all that sawdust on the infield, we didn't know if DeBrew got it, but it got underneath his glove. Third did a nice job backing him up on that time and almost had him.
Pitcher number 1, Camden.
We're going to give Bond a base hit on that one. That was Bond's second hit of the game. He's 2 for 2. That brings up Camden Martin, the pitcher. Camden grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. Assumption with 3 hits so far. Marathon with 3 hits. Throw over. Pop it up. Drifting. Krauser, can he get there? No, couldn't quite see it. Krauser almost had it at the fence. Past the first base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first, Bond. The first baseman on first. Camden Martin, the pitcher. Keeping them close. Pitch, strike, the throw, double play, got him. Ooh, I thought that was the 3rd strike. Anyway, Quaintance does a nice job. He guns down Bond. Caught stealing for the second out. Nice job. Now watch Underwood will throw him a strike and get him out on this one. Grounder to second. Shooter charges. Throws. In time. So Ken Martin goes down 4-3 for the third out. And after 3.5 innings of play here in Marathon, 3-0 Marathon in front of the visiting Assumption Royals. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
We're back in Marathon on Zaleski Sports, where the Marathon Red Raiders are taking on the visiting Southern Marywood South counterparts, the Assumption Royals. Marywood had jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Camden Pete Martin is doing a nice job on the mound for Assumption. After Tuesday's game, where Marathon kind of dominated the game and it never really was close. They 10-runned them after 5, 11-0. Martin has done a nice job, doing a really nice job pitching. For the sophomore, Marathon only has 3 hits, 2 base on balls, and a hit by pitch. They just haven't been able to get the base runners on that they need to. On the other side, Underwood doing a really nice job on the mound. Has 6 strikeouts so far through 3. Leading off for Marathon will be sophomore, the first baseman, Owen Krauser, who was hit by pitch in the second inning and scored on Blake Underwood's sacrifice fly. Looks like there's kind of a mini drizzle. We're supposed to get little drizzles throughout the night. Get this front going out here so the fish respawn tomorrow for Wisconsin's fish opener.
Leading off, the bottom of the 4th for Marathon.
Owen Krauser, a good first baseman.
21, Owen Krauser.
He had learned a lot so far this year. Marathon has a lot coming back next year. They only lose 1 senior, Cody Ratke. Everyone should be back. Martin gets the signal. Almost hit him in the helmet again. One and 0. 2-0. We're looking at the scoreboard, and the scoreboard operator's a little behind schedule. It's 2-0. There we go. Krauser without an official bat. Hit by pitch does not count as an official at bat. Way behind him. As you could say, just a bit inside. Krauser ducks out of the way. Three and 0. I'm sure Krauser's got the red light, don't swing. And he didn't, and he walks. So Owen Krauser, after being hit by a pitch, gets a walk, third walk.
Up next for Marathon.
Given up by Martin this game. Evan DeBrew popped out to the pitcher in the second inning. Krauser on first. Well, they're getting some fresh baseballs in. Time. Hey, thanks to Shearer Construction with an office right here in Wausau. Shearer Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. For your next construction project, look no further than Shearer Construction. Check out their beautiful work at ShearerConstruction.com. New baseballs come in. Boy, just thinking of the baseballs that just the United States goes through in a year. The pros, the colleges, the high schools. A lot of baseball. Evan DeBrew, 0 for 1 on the night. Great third baseman. There goes Krauser. Takes a strike for a bunt, and he no throw down, and Krauser goes to second base. On the stolen base, second one of the night. For the Red Raiders. So now Krauser on second. Squares the bunt. There goes DeBrew. Gets a nice sacrifice bunt down. No one's covering first. The first baseman charged. The second baseman wasn't there. Evan DeBrew. And on that one, Krauser advances to third. Evan, a bunt single for a hit. And that's a nice way to break out of a slump. Now, granted, there was a mental error on the second baseman, but there is no physical error, so Evan DeBrew gets a hit on that one. Krauser at first, Krauser at third, DeBrew at first. I'm sure DeBrew's going to be running. Ian Schuda knocks one down the first base line, bobbled by the first baseman. No one covers. Throw over to second. And safe. So that time Krauser comes in for the first run. DeBrew goes to second. Schuda is on with it. Error on the first baseman. That one should have had that one. Didn't. And when he missed it, the pitcher was not covering. Error on the first baseman. 4-0. Underwood comes up. 0 for 1 officially. A sacrifice fly in the second. A fly out in the first. 4 hits for the Red Raiders. 3 for Assumption. Inside. I'm sure if you're Marathon, you'd like to kind of break this game open a little bit. Underwood crowds the plate. They're really not holding DeBrew on. They're not taking him too serious. You don't see the second baseman or shortstop even trying to sneak over there on DeBrew. So he can get a big lead if he wants to. On deck is Quaintance, the catcher. DeBrew with the secondary lead. And Underwood walks. Base on balls.
Up next for Marathon, catcher number 2.
Fourth walk. Given up by Martin, the pitcher. That brings up Cale Quaintance. And as they say, the bases are juiced. First, second, third, Quaintance. A fly out to center and a fly out to the second baseman. 0 for 2 for Quaintance. Strike on the outside corner. Quaintance falls one down the third base line. Falls behind 0-2. Spring is winding down. Basically a month left for the kids in school. Most colleges are out. And Quaintance wears one, as they would say. Hit by pitch. Second one. And Cale goes down first. Underwood to second. Ian Schuda to third. And Evan DeBrew comes to score for the fifth run.
Stop, number 6, true third.
Charlie Ehlert, courtesy runner for the catcher. Usually given there. True thirds. A walk. And a ground out to the first baseman. 0 for 1. 4 walks given up by Martin. 2 hit by pitches. Not helping himself. Not quite deep enough for Shuda. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning with no outs. That ball's got to go basically a mile away before he's going to score. So 2-0. Martin having trouble finding the strike zone. I'm sure with True, it's going to be right where you wanted or make him throw a strike. Frustration on Martin's face. It's like, come on, geez. He's not doing it on purpose. 3-0 for thirds. Bases loaded. No outs. Wolfel on deck. Inside, taken all the way. I'm sure Thurs is going to get a pitch to hit. Martin doesn't want to walk him. And he did. So True Thurs draws a walk. And in comes Shuda for the 6th run. Underwood goes to third. Quaintz to second. And we got a walk to the mound. Hey, we'd like to thank Marathon Cheese. Marathon Cheese is made up of a family of employees founded in the heart of Wisconsin, local dairyland. It's the people who work at Marathon Cheese who bring such passion and commitment to make Marathon Cheese so special. For an next career move, consider joining the Marathon Cheese family and apply at marathoncheese.com. So the coach is going out there kind of calming Martin down a little bit, you know. Don't give up on yourself. Kind of give him a little pep talk. Boost his confidence a little bit. You don't worry about the batter. You only get so much time out there. The ump's coming in there. Oh, where is the other ump? I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there he is. We were blocked.
Left fielder, number 11.
From the view, he was over talking to the other Assumption coaches. Get some information. Still no outs. Bases juice. 6-0. Marathon. Wolfel at the plate. Ball 1. Bounced one. Martin's really struggling confidence-wise. Probably getting up there in that pitch count, too. He's walked. Wolfel takes the strike. Five walks by Martin so far. Wolfel pops it up behind us. No one made the catch back there. Martin goes ahead in the count. 1-2. We see a bus pulling in there. It looks like it could be Athens is coming in here for a second game here at about 7 o'clock. Above Wolfel's head. All runners stay where they're at. 2-2 the count, no outs. Gets a signal. Oh, and it's hit by pitch. Another one. By pitch. RBI. Let's see here. Underwood comes in to score the 7th run. Quaintz goes down to second. True over to third. Hit by pitch.
Up next for Marathon, center fielder, number 17, Cody Radke.
Third hit by pitch of the game. Martin really struggling with his control now. And up comes Radke. 2 RBIs. Pops one. Fouled on the over the first base dugout. Radke with a single and a fielder's choice. 1 for 2. Still nobody out. Cody pops it up. Could be infield fly. No, it's going to go land in the outfield, and it's going to drop in there for a fair ball. In comes the pinch runner. And Cody Radke with an RBI. Second hit of the game for Radke. In comes the pinch runner to make it 8-0. That kind of goes, sometimes you can hit the ball as hard as you want and you get an out. Cody Radke's got 3 RBIs, and the ball barely made it 10 feet out of the infield. Just landing, hit him where they ain't. Colin Conkle grounds out to second. The throw comes home in time for the force. So True Thurs is retired on the force out. 4-2 for this first out. Conkle gets a fielder's choice. Ends up at first. Wolfel's now at third. And Cody Radke goes to second. And we still got bases loaded in here. Batting for the second time is Owen Krauser. Owen Krauser has 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Been on base 3 times. Way behind that one. No official at-bats yet for Owen, but his on-base percentage is 1,000%. Sometimes that on-base percentage doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Well, these analytics coming up now. Krauser ducks. Five walks. Three hit by pitchers, hit by bat. Krauser rips one in the gap. In comes 1 run. Krauser with an RBI there. Brings home Wolfel for the 9th run. And Krauser with a single. 1 for 1 officially, but he's been on 4 times. That's what they call production. And we're going out there. Hey, we'd like to thank Underwood Construction for a custom-built home. You want to work with the best? And Underwood Construction right here in Marathon is the perfect place to turn for your next home building experience. Hey, look to Underwood Construction. Going to make a pitching change here. And after this, why don't we take a little break here? It's 9-0 Marathon in the bottom of 4th. We'll take a little break here on Zaleski Sports as they change pitchers. We'll be back after these announcements.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com. For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh. Quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Zaleski Sports is back here in Marathon for a Marywood South contest between the Marathon Red Raiders and the Assumption Royals. Marathon jumped out to an early 2-0 lead, then tacked another run on 3-0 lead. But here in the bottom of the fourth, it's been all Marathon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 runs have come across so far for Marathon in the bottom of the fourth inning with only 1 out, and the bases are still loaded for Marathon. There's been a pitching change. Braxton Steinert, the catcher, is now taking over on the mound for Assumption. Hey, we'd like to thank Access Insurance for all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs. There's always a local agent you can look at to Access Insurance. Have a friend in your corner to customize the coverage you need. Learn more at accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. So, stepping to plate here is Evan DeBrew. Evan DeBrew popped out to the pitcher and had a bunt single in the fourth. 1 for 2 officially. Evan gets a base hit here. We can hopefully get that 10-run rule enforced. Owen Krauser been on base 4 times and only 1 hit. Hit by pitch, 2 base on balls. Oh, there it is, number 7. Evan DeBrew comes through with another hit by pitch. Evan DeBrew goes to first. Krauser the second, and that brings in
up next for Marathon, second baseman number 8, Ian Shuda.
Cody Ratke comes in, and Quillen Conkle is now at third base. Ian Shuda, a base on ball and on with an error. A popper right back to the pitcher. Over to first. Buddy gets an RBI in that one. Conkle comes in to score. Shuda retired.
Up next for Marathon, pitcher number 3.
1-3 for the second out. Krauser now at third. Evan goes to second. 11-0 Marathon over the visiting Royals. 2 outs. Underwood way behind on that one. Underwood a base on balls, a sacrifice fly, and a fly out to center field. 0 for 1 officially. Takes a strike. They sacrifice flies. They don't count as an at-bat. Neither do base on balls or hit by pitches. But they do count for on-base percentage. And that, like I said, that's all these analytics where they talk about exit velocity and all that stuff. On-base percentage, look at Owen Krauser. 1 for 1, but on-base percentage of 1,000. 4 for 4 on-base percentage. Full count now to Underwood. 2 outs in the bottom of fourth. Popped it up to the left fielder. He's coming in, and he misses it. And Underwood is on with a single. Never touched his glove. But needless to say, Krauser comes in, and DeBrew also comes in to make the score. So, hit-wise, seven hits now for Marathon, but the big thing is base on balls. We got 1. 4 hit by pitches. 5 walks given up. 2 errors. Assumption is not helping themselves much this game. 2 outs. Quaintance comes up. Kale. Hit by pitch. Popped up to the second baseman and flew out to center field. 0 for 2 officially. Did score a run. Only 3 hits by Assumption. No. Quaint steps in, all-conference performer. Last year for Merriwood, for Marathon. Grounds on the third, on the hop, the throw, the scoop, in time. So Kale goes down 5-3 for the third out, but after the bottom of the fourth, 10 runs are pushed across by Marathon in the bottom of the fourth inning to kind of put this game out of reach. So after 4 complete, it's Marathon 13, Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals nothing. So we'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance, you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Hey, Zaleski Sports is bringing you this Marathon Red Raiders versus Wisconsin Rapids Assumption baseball game, Merriwood South contest. Merriwood blew the game wide open there in the bottom of the fourth, scoring 10 runs in the bottom of the fourth inning to take a 13-0 lead. Hey, thanks to Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors installing a peace of mind. Roofing, siding, windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. Thank you to Infinity Exteriors. So leading off here will be the pitcher, Braxton Steinert. In the squares the bunt. Didn't offer high. Steinert 0 for 1 officially. Flew out to the left fielder in the second. Only 2 hits. Squares the bunt again. I thought he offered, but I guess he didn't. Steinert started the game as a catcher, moved to the pitcher after Martin kind of lost control, pitching-wise, last inning. Squares the bunt again. Bunt right in front of the plate. Underwood fields. Throws to first in time. Peters goes down. 1-3 for the first out. And that brings up Meyer, the right fielder. Hey, thanks to Marathon City Sports Center. At Marathon City Sports Center, you always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues, and a great place for your next party or get-together. For the best in Marathon dinner or get-together, come to Marathon City Sports Center, South Highway 107 in Marathon. Marathon City Sports Center. Lots to do up there. Underwood kind of wheeling and dealing. He is only in the third inning has he faced the bare minimum, more than the bare minimum. For every inning so far, only 3 batters, except the third inning where he faced 4. 6 strikeouts for Underwood. He's dealing. Meyer doesn't believe it, but those are good pitchers. Meyer's a little overmatched in this at-bat. Ooh. Looks like it could have been the third one. It wasn't. 2-2 for Underwood. 1 out here in the top of 5. Marathon running away with this one. Fouled off. Hey, Marathon Flooring here in Marathon, bringing home to the next level with a new floor carpet upgrade from Marathon Flooring. Marathon Flooring, transforming your home from the ground up. Stay tuned for the post-game show sponsor from Merrill Steel. We'll announce our player of the game. Way behind, and there he goes down on strikes for the second out. 7th strikeout for Underwood on the night. That brings up Parker Hines, the left fielder. Strikeout victim in the third.
Up next for Assumption, right fielder number 20, Bryce Myers.
Oh, Bryce Myers, yeah. Yep. 1-1. Way behind. Two strikes, 0-2, 2 outs. Top of 5. Underwood the dealing. Wants to finish this one. Grounded foul. 1-2. Big game coming up, second part of the doubleheader here. Marywood taking on Athens. Athens a co-leader in the Marywood North with a 5-1 record. Athens is having a good year this year in the North. They beat Edgar in the Marywood South crossover game earlier. Break, and there it is, the 7th strikeout of the game for Underwood. And with that in mind, Marathon Red Raiders 10-run rule, the visiting Marywood South opponent, the Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals, 13-0. Hey, we'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports for the post-game show sponsor, Merrill Steel, and we'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin, covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa, and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Chuck Wolfel back here in Marathon, where the Marathon Red Raiders had defeated the visiting Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals 13-0. It was a close game to begin with. Through 3 innings, it was 3-0, but Marathon broke it wide open in the 4th inning, scoring 10 runs in the 4th inning to take a commanding 13-0 lead. Talking tonight, we got Owen Krauser, sophomore first baseman for the Red Raiders. Owen kind of had a different stat for you tonight. We always talk about batting average. The stat for you tonight, unofficially, is 0 for 4, is 1 for 1. You were hit by a pitch. What were you up there looking tonight?
Just jump on first fastball I could get, and I guess they didn't really pitch anything to me right away. So the one fastball I got, I wanted it and got a base hit.
And you know, you always hear people yell, wear one. But I always say, everyone wants you to wear one, but a hit by pitch hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, got me right in the shoulder blade.
But you took one for the team, right?
Yep.
None officially. You kind of made us look bad up there. We go, well, Owen's not really a threat to steal. Where'd you get that speed?
I don't know. Coach gave me a sign, so I went.
Oh, did you kind of surprise the pitcher? I would imagine they didn't think you were going to go.
Yeah.
You kind of fooled them into that. Yeah.
Probably.
So here we got the second game of a doubleheader. Now you're playing. You get the conference win, and it'd be nice to see what happens between between Stratford and Auburndale. But you got a Marywood North opponent, Athens, coming in. They're what, 4-1. They're leading the North. So what are you looking for the second game?
Hopefully we can get our bats going like we had them going, and just play good defense like we have been from these past couple games.
This is your first year playing first in basically organized baseball. Yeah. What's the big adjustment and defensively, how does that first base change working out?
I've played first before, so it's not too bad.
Getting used to your rotations you have to make, the cutoffs, and you do a nice job scooping at first. You kind of saved a lot of your buddies from throwing errors, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a second game coming up here, but I got to say one thing. Owen, who's in the house?
I'm Owen Krauser, and I'm in the house.
Oh, there we go.